Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kaylee and today we are back on Walnut, our cozy fall farmcore island, and we'll be decorating around resident services today. In the last video we left off with Maggie's house over here, and today we'll be building all the way from that house all the way over to the edge of this beach. We won't be touching the beach today, but this whole area of land will be filled in. But first, let's whip out our terraforming tool because we will be doing everything. We'll be laying paths, we'll be building cliffs, and we'll be doing some waterscaping. So hopefully it all turns out okay if we mix all of them together. But let's get started with the build. Just like in last video, I wanted to touch on the ideas I had for this build because I feel like when I do the entrance, it's like the hardest part of the entire island for me because you just have like such a flat island because I did flatten the entire island. So I'm really starting from scratch with the entrance, and it took a lot of brain power to do the entrance, but I feel like once the entrance is done, I have a better feel of how I want the entire island to feel and different ideas on builds I have for the island after I finish the entrance. So today's build was actually a lot easier for me. I just had, I don't know, a good flow after the entrance. We had like a starting point from another build into this build, and when I was building it, it was just like pretty fluid, I guess. I don't know, it was easy for this build to get done. But some ideas I had for this entrance was, once again, doing a big pumpkin display. I did think about having that in the entrance, but it didn't make it in, so I was thinking about adding it to this build as well. I also wanted to involve some cliffscaping and waterscaping. I'm really trying to push myself more to do more terraforming because a lot of my islands end up being very flat. Like Booville had like 4 tiles of cliff in the entire island and 0 waterscaping. And I feel like I'll do cliffs on an island. Like Rubble had a good amount of cliffs on the one side, but I like never have waterscaping, so I really wanted to push myself to do both cliffscaping and waterscaping, and I want to do that more on this island altogether, not having like, I guess, like a second cliff core island, but having enough elevation to actually, I don't know, bring out some height in some of my builds, because I feel like a lot of my builds are very one-dimensional because I don't use a lot of cliffscaping. So this island, I'm pushing myself to do waterscaping and cliffscaping. So if you see me lacking, you have to call me out in the comments and be like, there's no height or water in this build, you need to redo it. But a couple other ideas I had was I really wanted to do a fake building and somehow include another farm. Because our entrance video, we had the wheat field, which I guess is kind of like a farm, but I really want to do a lot of different types of farms on this island. So I wanted some sort of, even if it's really tiny, just some sort of farm in this area to really get across that this is a farm island. Because our entrance, I guess a wheat field, I don't know if you would count it as a farm, but I do want to like scatter little mini farms. Plus, I will be using like the in-game pathing for the farm that we have. I guess that's a spoiler, there will be a farm in this build, but we will be using the in-game pathing, and I just love how it looks on the map because like the custom design codes you don't see on the map, and a lot of my islands have a lot of custom codes on the ground and you can't see those, so my map looks very boring. But for this island, we're gonna have cliffscaping, we're gonna have waterscaping, and we'll have in-game path, so our map should come out like pretty interesting for this island, which I'm very excited about. But now you can see we are building up some cliff, and I don't really continue this cliff very far backwards. I'm kind of just making the rim of the cliff, and we are going to be adding some waterscaping as well. In this video, I don't really decorate the top of the cliff. In the next video that comes out, the next build video at least that comes out for this island, we will be doing the top of the cliff and doing a little build up there. I'm not going to spoil it, but I've already made it. But yeah, we're doing some waterscaping now, and I wanted to make sure that we had enough room to fit an incline, because my idea for this is to have an incline that goes up and then you can walk through there like on the other side of resident services. So we need to make sure that we had enough room for the cliff, the waterscaping, and the staircase. And I will be using some of this cliff as part of the fake building, so that's why you can see that part of the cliff is kind of like a straight line. For the most part, when I do terraforming, I like to make it very fluid with like curved edges and not really having a whole lot of area that's very flat. But we will be using a fake building in that area, so we'll kind of cover it. But I do think that it does look kind of weird on the map that it's very flat right there, but I think once you walk around the island you can kind of understand why it is flat. But right now I'm kind of meddling with the waterscaping. I did have the idea to include like little mini islands in this area, which I think turned out really cute. We'll add some like trees, bushes, and shrubs to it, and it just like jazzes up the waterscaping a little bit rather than just having a waterfall that goes into like a big pond. We have like some sort of, I don't know, plantage in the center. I will say though, it was very hard to try to get like a picture of this area for the end of the build. Like the end of my videos, I always show off like what the build looks like, and it was very hard to get like a shot of the waterscaping in this area. But I also think that's because I have all the houses on the beaches right now, so we will have to move those eventually. I also did Happy Home Paradise on this island, so we will be customizing the houses. I also have to get the rest of my villagers. I am actually going to be doing a villager hunt on this channel, well not this channel but this island, because we did have a villager asked to move out during this video, which you'll probably see in a little bit, but luckily one of our starters wanted to move off so we can actually get some cuties for the island. I know in the last video I talked all about the villagers that I want for this island, and a lot of you left really good recommendations for this island, so I'm very excited to go villager hunting and find some cuties. We have also been villager hunting over on my stream island Marigold, because last week we made the mood board and picked out all of the villagers for that island, and we found a couple cuties for our like peppy, lazy, and normal villagers. So we found Gala and we found, oh, I had to pause because I literally forgot the other villager, but we found Freckles, which is a very divisive villager. Half my chat really likes Freckles and half my chat really hates Freckles, but I love Freckles. I actually had her on my first ever completed island. I made her and Scoot a little ducky farm on my Kid-Core jungle island, and it was very cute, but I'm very happy to have her back. But yeah, villager hunting on that island, and then we'll be doing some villager hunting on this island. I mentioned it in stream, but a lot of the times I don't really villager hunt because I have a spicy switch, so that's kind of why you can see me place like the same tree over and over again in these videos. But I have a spicy switch, so a lot of the times I just add whichever villagers I want. I don't have to like go to a treasure island to find them, and I don't have to go villager hunting. But villager hunting has like brought back some like nostalgia for the game, because I remember in the beginning of having this game I didn't have a spicy switch, so if I wanted a villager I had to hunt for them. And I don't know, it's been very fun for me. I think that really is how you keep this game interesting, is just mixing up what you do a lot of the times. Like, a lot of the times in this game I like to decorate, but I do have my forever island. I call it my forever island, but who knows if I'll actually keep it forever. But it's like my slow island, I guess you could call it. And I've been like trying to finish my museum on the island, trying to get all of the villager photos, so I haven't really been hunting on that island, but just taking whatever villager is there, like whichever villager autofills, which is really nice because it's introducing me to a lot of villagers that I've never had on the island before. So I can't really like only grab the ones that I like. I'm having like very interesting villagers, which is like introducing me to some villagers that I feel like I actually like now. But yeah, I've been getting all of their villager photos, and just like mixing up how you play the game can be very fun. And I feel like that's how I really came out of my like burnout on Animal Crossing, because for a couple months I wasn't playing the game at all, and then I was like slowly getting back into it, playing it like that slow style on that island that I called Pebble, because I named it after my first ever completed island. And it's just been like very nice, and playing that for a while in that style allowed me to get like kind of hyped up for decorating again. So yeah, that's how I got back into decorating, so that's how I cured my burnout, I guess. But yeah, we will be doing a villager hunt on this island, and I am very excited because there's so many cuties that I want. So stay tuned for that video. I might just make it an extra video this week, because my schedule right now is to have a video come out on Tuesday and then do a live stream on Thursday and Sunday. But maybe every once in a while, like a villager hunt or something special on the island, I'll throw in like an extra video a week, especially if I'm not feeling like burnt out on the island or anything. And right now I feel very happy with both of my islands, and like I want to play the game, so I feel like I should use that energy, but be careful not to burn myself out, because when I was making videos before, I got very burnt out because I had like 4 islands going on at the same time, so I want to avoid that if possible. But yeah, if I feel the energy to make an additional video a week, I might add one like on a Friday or something. So if you have any ideas for like any special kind of videos or anything, definitely leave them in the comments for me. But going back to the build for a second, we are working on that little mini farm that I was talking about in the beginning, and I decided to go for wheat, but I will be doing hopefully all of the crops on the island somewhere, but the wheat just felt right for this situation. I don't know. But I'm also using some of the Aries rocking horses item, the little sheeps, the little rams, I don't know what you call them, but I've seen people use these on their islands, and a lot of the zodiac items too, like they use like the rooster for like little chickens and everything, and so I might be doing that on the island too. But I just thought these little ram rocking chair horse things, I don't know what they're called, I don't remember, but they are so dang cute, and I feel like they just like liven up the area a little bit. I was initially thinking about having a villager house over in this area, and I was thinking of having like maybe Timbra, because she was recommended by a lot of you guys in the comments of the last video, and I thought to have her near like the little rams would be cute because she's like one of them, so maybe she's like the mom of all these little baby sheep running around, which would be really cute. But something else about this island that is kind of something that I didn't foresee being somewhat of a challenge is the different colors of trees, because I am trying to have this island be on the 16th of November, and that's like the start of maple leaf season, I believe. But the trees are like a chartreuse color, a lighter orange color, a darker orange color, and like some of them are very red, and I'm trying to get a good mix of the colors. So this video I actually rebuilt a build that I built and tore down, which I talked about in the last video. So I built this area, I took a bunch of pictures, and then I tore it down, then I recorded me building it up again, so there was a lot less like moving things around. But when I was initially building this, I had to move trees around like crazy because I didn't like having like 2 chartreuse color trees next to each other or too many like orange trees in one area. So having to spread them out has been a little bit difficult, but I think I'm getting the hang of it, and sometimes it's just the matter of moving a cedar tree and a hardwood tree, just flip-flopping them just to get like an even color. I don't know, I don't want too many of the same color trees in an area, but that's definitely been a challenge for this island that I didn't really think about before starting this island. Ooh, another thing I wanted to mention in this video is that my birthday is officially a week from the day I'm recording this voiceover, which is the 5th of August, so I'm very excited. A little scared about being older, but I think that's okay. But I will be doing a live stream the day before, so Sunday the 4th will be like my birthday live stream, and I just posted on the community tab a couple options for us to do. I think the options were island tours, villager hunt, decorating, because we haven't really started decorating on Marigold yet. We've been like grinding through to get to 3 stars. We've been mood boarding, we've been villager hunting, but no decorating yet, so that's definitely an option. And then I was also thinking of doing a scavenger hunt, like a birthday themed scavenger hunt in Dreams, but maybe like a little twist on that would be that the scavenger hunt islands are your islands, so it's a little mix of doing a normal scavenger hunt that Nintentalk kind of invented, I think, and then also doing your island tours, so it'd be like a little combination of both. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and then go over to the community tab to go vote for that, and then hopefully join us on Sunday, which is super exciting. Yeah, but I'm excited for my birthday, and I hope to see you for my birthday stream. But now we are just doing some of the finishing touches on this build. We are decorating around the edges of the waterscaping, which is just a little bit of filler. You did see me build up another little cliff over on the right side of the cliff that we had, and I just added some waterfall details there. And then on the left side of that little cliff, I did finish off the building, so I just added a clothesline and a couple more storefronts to finish off that area. And then I did see like a double flower of like the same time. Oh, actually it was a bush, so I do replace that out just because I don't like having them too close to each other. And then I did water the wheat just to have them at different growth stages. But let's take a look at the final build. But that's going to be the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Before you leave, make sure to give the video a like, comment, and to subscribe to the channel. It would mean so much for me. I'm so glad to have you here. But I will see all of you fine folks in the next video, maybe later this week. But yeah, bye friends!